Hi guys, Unboxing USA 1234 here, doing a review of the Big Boy Tactical Folder. Got this knife from Kai Knives on eBay for $2 with free shipping. I think it was $2 even, how the auction ended up. So this knife is listed as a tactical knife. He sells tons of them. They sell really cheap. So you usually can't go wrong for $2. In this case, you didn't. It's pretty good. So the knife measures out, I think it's around 6.5 to 6 3/4 inches, I think, or maybe 7. I don't have my measuring tape with me right now, or I'd measure it. It's very light, probably just about an ounce or two. The quality of steel on the blade could be much better. I mean, it's definitely some just junk steel on the blade. It says stainless, but they didn't even put the steel on there. It just says stainless china. It's got the belt clip. It works okay. I've had problems folding it out to where I cut my finger on it every once in a while. I cut my finger twice, enough to make it bleed down my hand so far, and I only had it a couple weeks opening it up. So that's definitely an issue. Otherwise, one thing I really look for with a knife with a thumb stud would be that it would just flip open. You think with a thumb stud you can just hit it like this, and it'll go all the way open. But you're never going to get this knife to do that unless you just have some kind of... Oh, alright. I had to flick my wrist a little bit, but it did it, but it definitely took some doing. So it's not like you're just going to get it every time. So, for $2, what you basically get is a utility knife. I'm going to call it a utility knife. Would I carry this for EDC? Very rarely. You might ask, what do I carry? That just depends. Usually, I got it right over here. Gerber Mini Remix. I know this doesn't look like a Mini Remix, but they have several in the series. The most common Mini Remix has 2 blades, but that's just a little Gerber. I carry it with me just about everywhere I go. But this one is just too big. The steel on the blade just is so thin and so, like, I don't know, just cheap that I feel like it just break in half if I try to cut anything. Like, it's a kind of steel that feels like it will just break in half. Just that the tip would break off, the blade would break. I don't trust it. The lock is a liner lock, and it holds it, but it's so thin that, I mean, that could break very easily or bend, and it cut your fingers off. Like I said, opening it, the blade sometimes cuts my thumb. It's got some Phillips head screws it's pinned together with. That's a plus for me. Then up here it's got a little some sort of screw up here that's got, I don't really know what you call that. I think you can just use an Allen wrench to get it out. I don't know the proper name for it though. Flat-headed screw is what holds in the belt clip, which is very tight, so it's really hard to get on your belt. Like, I can barely even pull that up. So I'm going to rate this knife just from 1 to 10. I give it just overall probably a 4. 10 being great quality and 1 being very poor quality. This isn't poor, but this is not good. It's not a great quality knife. It will break. So this is really just meant for a utility knife. Anyway, thanks for watching. Rate, subscribe, and comment to Unboxing USA 1234. I've got a lot of videos coming up.